We will introduce the question types and general settings of the questionnaire system through choice questions. Open the question types and drag a choice question onto the panel. In the content box, enter the question. Enable Add Picture or Video to insert one picture and one video per question, which will be displayed at the top of the question by default. Click on Layout to adjust the position of the picture. Enable Zoom to enlarge the picture. To add a video, set it to full-length play, which means respondents will not be allowed to leave the question until the video has finished playing. Autoplay can also be enabled. Enable Add Description to provide additional explanations for the question. Here is the question type menu. Currently, it is set to a choice question. We can quickly switch between question types here, and the question description and other content that has been entered will be retained. Here is the option setting. Each input box represents an option. The system has preset some commonly used options, such as gender, age, etc. When selected, the system will automatically create the corresponding options. We can also enter the option content manually. Click here to add a new option, or double-click the question to open the batch input box and enter directly, or copy and paste multiple lines of text. Dragging an option will change the order of the options. Opening Delete allows you to delete the current option. Click here to expand the detailed settings for the options. We can pin specific options to the top or bottom. Here we can set option exclusive. To prevent two options in a choice question from being selected simultaneously, we can assign the same exclusivity value to both options, causing them to exclude each other. When the value is switched to the letter N, it means there is no exclusivity setting for this option. Switching to EXC means this option cannot be selected simultaneously with any other option. When Add Input field is selected, an input box will appear below, allowing respondents to enter supplementary content. If Required is enabled, respondents must enter additional content when selecting this option. To ensure the correctness of the input content, we can apply input validation. The system has preset commonly used input validations, such as for character, integer, email, etc. By selecting phone number, respondents can only fill in a veiled phone number. Click here to add different forms of other options. This is an advanced feature that will be covered in detail in other courses. When Required Question is enabled, respondents cannot skip this question. When Multiple Choice is enabled, multiple options can be selected, and the number of selections can be limited. Enabling Randomize Options means that each time a respondent opens this question, the positions of the options will be randomized. Other options will not be randomized with the regular options and will always appear at the bottom. If Circulation is checked, the options will be arranged in a cyclical order. Moving to the settings, here primarily involves settings related to questionnaire actions and API validation, which will be covered in later courses. Opening the hidden question means that respondents will not see this question when taking the survey. This is typically used for pre-storing critical intermediate data. Entering the layout allows us to set the visual style of the options. The default setting is vertical arrangement. When Auto is selected, the layout of the options will be automatically calculated in an adaptive manner. Alternatively, we can manually set the number of columns for displaying options. Here we can adjust the font size, and clicking Rem allows us to switch the font size unit. Please note that the font size setting here only applies to this specific question. The option display mode is used to control the presentation style of the options. Additionally, we can set a background image for the question alone and adjust its opacity and layout. The rendering template here supports the development of custom question styles. Each question has an input node and at least one output node. Connecting the output node to the next input node allows the respondent to proceed to the next question. For single-choice questions, we can also connect an option directly to the next question. However, when multiple selections are enabled, the output nodes following each option will disappear.